Hey, welcome to Mindful May. I have a thrift with me and thrift haul to share today. I didn't notice until the end, but there's very much a theme with the items that I thrifted. They're very cottagecore and cozy floral vibes in shades of blue and green, and I just love that I unintentionally bought items that all kind of go together. So let's hop into the thrift with me vlog and we'll come back here for the haul after. It has been a while since I've gone thrifting, so I'm very much looking forward to today's trip. I have a couple of coupons, a 30% off for Savers and a 15% off for Deseret, so I love it when I have coupons. I also have a small list of things I'm looking for. I could share that later, but I'm ready to hit the thrift stores. All right, we're at the first thrift store, so I wanted to share my list. I am looking for a fun matcha glass, something that's like just a good shape and size. Some pillows for my front porch furniture, which I just got. I would love to find a straw purse. I'm into straw, as is everyone this season. And then something that I probably won't find this trip, but am constantly on the hunt for are Wellington rain boots, or just tall rain boots that are either green or black. I just think they are so cute. I love the boots that I'm wearing. I wear them with everything. And I think the rain boot would be a really fun, like, cottagecore styling piece that would be really fun to have in my closet. So that's my list. Let's go to thrift store number 1. Starting off at one of my favorite thrift stores, thankfully I remembered to grab my reusable bag before I went in. I spied this gingham top from far away and pretty much knew I would love it. I love blue and white so much, which is why this nightgown also caught my eye. I thought maybe I could wear it as a mini dress. It has a really cute little ruffle at the bottom, so I decided to try it on. Blue and white ended up just being the theme for the day. I would say blue, white, cream, and green were kind of the vibe of the day. And I recently decided to actually make those my new brand colors. I'm kind of going through a rebrand for Mindful May, which is really exciting. This blouse caught my eye. It's so unique. And upon further inspection, I believe it's handmade. You can tell by the bias binding channel on the inside. And then what really gave it away was the unfinished seams on the inside of the garment. I really wanted to try it on because it's such a unique piece. Next, I spied this linen piece from far away. It is a new with tags Abercrombie & Fitch dress, but it is not my size, so I decided to put it back. But it is such a beautiful little mini dress. Another new with tags dress was this Madewell dress in like a lovely maroon plaid. Next, it was time to move to my matcha glass dreams. This one just didn't sit right with me. This type of mug I actually own 2 of already, so I didn't need it, but this jar seemed to be the perfect size to me. I popped by the fabric, and this is the only one that kind of interested me, but even then I'm not really a fan of purple. Obviously this white eyelet top popped out at me. Honestly, just this whole rack, Lord bless whoever organized this. This is one of the reasons I love Deseret Industries. It's so well organized. Then I moved to the skirt section and found 2 skirts in, of course, shades of blue. This one was way too small, but it's so beautiful. You can tell it's handmade, and I loved the fabric so much. This couch took my breath away. If it was the style of my home at all, I would have purchased it, but it just doesn't really go with my minimal vibe. No straw in the purse section, unfortunately, but this one caught my eye, so I put it in my cart for later and moved on to the shoes. These boots are so awesome, and I loved how unique the blue and tan were. They were too small for me, unfortunately, and really nothing else in the shoe section worked for me, and that's fine with me. I truly do not need any more shoes right now. So it was time to try on clothes. I tried on the blouse, and it's really like medieval feeling, but it's so cute. I didn't end up getting it, but I thought it was really special to try on. I honestly tried on a lot of pieces in a row that I didn't end up getting. These green shorts were a thumbs down, and the top I didn't end up getting either. It was giving kind of like grandma on vacation vibes, and I wasn't going for that. Also, the nightgown just looked like a nightgown. I couldn't get that out of my mind, so that was a pass as well. And then I tried on the skirt. This is also a handmade skirt. You can tell by how the pockets are sewn on, but I love the blue and the paisley pattern and the big pockets. This blue and white striped skirt was also a win for me. If you've been around for even the last 2 videos, you know I love stripes. The Madewell dress didn't end up fitting me. You can't really tell, but the skirt lining was really hugging my hips and it was quite uncomfortable. I of course had to look up the original price of this dress, and I just don't know how these these things end up at thrift stores? Like, who's donating a brand new dress? That is all I got from this thrift store, and it was time to move on to Savers. I started in the homewares section because I was looking for a basket to store my A0 patterns in. They're kind of a mess right now, but nothing here really fit the bill for what I was looking for. But I will say the basket section was really popping off today. I don't generally look in the home goods, but I saw some awesome baskets and then really cute mugs. I liked all of these blue mugs, so I left them all lined up and hoped that someone would find them and love them. Moving on to dresses. This dress was too small, but it's so beautiful. It's a linen blend and I love the brown and white stripe. Next, I saw these two dresses and they were right next to each other. It seemed like fate. They were left there for me. They're a little on the pricey side, but with that coupon, I feel like it takes it down to a really reasonable price. I saw this red gingham dress. It's a plus size, so I decided to leave it and move on to tank tops. It's summer here and I just need some new tank tops. I was able to find some silk and 100% cotton tank tops, which I really love for summer as they are more breathable. And I just love natural fibers in general. This one from Loft was cotton, but it was $12, so I passed. I also wasn't really sure how I felt about tank tops with collars on them. I found a lot of those. I feel like there's a cute way to style them, maybe tucked in with shorts. And I just love all of these brands. You have Loft, Basic Edition, Cynthia Rowley, and St. John's Bay. Some of my favorite brands all happening in the tank top section. So I grabbed all of my tank tops and put them on my cart. I didn't really realize that I had created this beautiful summer, like sherbety color palette with all these tank tops. Don't they look so cute all lined up together? Moving on, I found some linen pants, but they are too small for me. Next to the bag section, this quilted bag caught my eye, and I pulled it out and was so shocked to see that it was Vera Bradley. I've been looking for a quilted bag for so long by Vera Bradley. There was also this toiletry bag by Carhartt, which is an awesome brand, and it was in great condition. I'm loving headscarves lately, so I was pleased to see that this section was really full and had lots of fun colors, as well as straw hats and this straw visor. I'm not really a visor person, but I do like Tahari, so the brand caught my eye. I didn't end up getting it, so hopefully someone else will love it. I went to put some items back and stumbled upon this dress that I didn't see the first time around, and I genuinely would have thought it was cotton, and I was shocked to see that it was 95% polyester. Upon feeling the fabric, I just couldn't really believe it, so I reverse image searched it and it pulled up just a basic Amazon dress that was 95% polyester. So mystery solved, but it truly could have fooled me. I thought it was cotton. If I were still in my quilt coat making days, I probably would have bought this. It has so many beautiful colors sewn together. I saw this 100% cotton blouse, but really wasn't able to try it on. Of course, that didn't stop me from trying on this dress. It looks a little lumpy, but I figured I would try it anyway. And those are all the things I got from Savers. Let's go home and jump into the thrift haul. All right, starting off with the things I found from Deseret Industries, I got this blue and white striped skirt for $5, and I tragically forgot to use my coupon. So I had a coupon for 15% off, and I was chatting with the cashier, and I just got distracted and forgot to use it. So that's fine, 15% is not that much, but hopefully I'll remember to use it next time. I know that I just bought a skirt very similar to this recently, or should I say I altered it, and I think I might like this one better. So I may just list the other one on my Mindful May Instagram account where I sell clothes that I don't want anymore or items that I made and like to sell on there. So if you haven't followed that account, you can definitely do that. But I really love that it has a little tie at the waist and it has pockets. It's a little bit shorter than the other skirt, so I'm gonna try them both on and see which one I like better. Next up is kind of the wild card of the day, which was this skirt that is very clearly handmade, but I also love that it's handmade. The pockets are a little wonky, so I might take them off and reattach them or just remove them completely. It looks like they weren't laid very flat when they were attached, so it's creating some like rippling and bunching, but I still love the paisley pattern and I love really anything that I can wear these boots with. Plus the skirt was only $3 and I loved the idea of buying something that somebody else made. If only I could find who on earth made this skirt and thank them. Next up is this little gingham blouse. This one was kind of surprising because it was $6 and it's like such little fabric, but I loved it so much. I love the color and the shape, and it's getting really hot here in Idaho, so tank tops are a must, and I just think it's gonna be so fun to style. Unfortunately, there's no care tag on it, so I don't know exactly what it's made out of, but it really does feel like cotton.
Here I have it paired with the tiered skirt that I made. There's a tutorial for it up here if you want to make one yourself. This is just a great summer look to me. Lastly, from Desert Industries was just this glass, which I plan to make iced coffee or matcha in. It was $2. And I know I could probably just get an old spaghetti jar, but I really like the shape and the look of this one, so I just went for it. And of course, I planned to use a coupon, but I forgot. This moves us into the savers portion of the haul. I chose to buy this top because I thought it would look good on me, but I had my reservations. I wasn't able to try it on in the store, and the price was really good. I had a 30% off code, so it was $3.45. So I felt like if it didn't work out, it would be worth buying, and I feel like it didn't work out. My fear has come true. I thought that these like triangle shapes would make my chest just look really big, and I feel like it does. So I don't think I'm gonna be keeping this top. I will probably list it on my Instagram. So if you think it would be flattering on you, then go check it out there. And PS, it is 100% cotton. We love that. Next up is this cotton linen blend dress. I am not sure how I feel about it. It was really hard to try it on in the store, but I saw its potential, and I love linen and cotton. With my coupon, it took it from $11.50 down to $8.04. So not bad. It definitely needs a good press, and I think I would be able to see its true potential. It does have pockets. It has little waist ties, so I feel like I could either take some of the bottom hem off and make a new waist tie, or just seam rip these out. But I'm not really sure. It's so difficult when you can't try things on in the thrift store. I guess I could return the dress. I have the coupon and the tags are still on. I've honestly never done that because it's so much of a hassle, but maybe after I give it a press, I will think differently about it. All right, this might be my favorite garment that I thrifted. This dress was also $11.50. With the coupon, brought it down to $8.04. I love the shape of this dress. It's a little bit oversized for me, and I don't mind that at all. I like my mini dresses to be pretty billowy. Love a pocket, love a tie front, and my favorite color is green. So I love this. Yet another reason to pair it with these boots. This also needs a good press, and I think it will be perfect. All right, the last find of the day is a separate receipt because my 30% off coupon was only for clothes. So I ran to my cart and got my 20% off for everything else. And I used it on this bag that I found. This is a Vera Bradley weekend duffel bag. And when I tell you that I've been looking on Poshmark for one of these for months, I just can't believe that I found this. My jaw dropped when I saw it in the thrift store. I was like, no way. Like, first of all, it's a beautiful bag. My eye was drawn to it, and then I saw the brand. And it's not like I'm super into brand names, but it just felt like fate. With the coupon, this ended up being $10.17. And you guys, these sell new for over $100, used on Poshmark for $80 to $90. And I love this. There's a Goodwill tag on it that had it for sale for $20. And then the Savers tag is $12, and I got it for $10. I love little weekend totes like this. I only have two. This will be my second one. I'm not trying to be a bag hoarder, but I love this for when we go and visit my in-laws. They're just a state away, and we usually visit for weekends. And this is just the perfect size for a weekend trip away. And I'm so happy. I just can't believe I found it. Well, my friends, that is all for my thrift haul. Let me know what your favorite find was below, and I will catch you in the next Thrift With Me video. Cheers.